All right, welcome to Got My Oils Now What? Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Crystal Garvin, and I am excited to just go over some kind of beyond the basic oil usage tips and the benefits of your doTERRA membership. Some of you might not have that yet, but you're thinking about getting a membership, and that's fine. I would definitely encourage you, if you haven't yet, to do an Oils 101 type class, and I will give you a link where you can do that if you haven't had a chance to take that particular class yet. But we are going to be talking about a lot of solutions, simple things, resources, usage tips for using those oils that you've gotten, and also some membership information. So again, if you haven't been to a 101 basics type class, this will still be really helpful for you. But I'm going to also plug you into some more basic information afterward. And you can always connect with the person who introduced you to the oils as well. This is more of a 201 type class. And I'm going to kick us off right now with a door prize for being on time, all of you who are here at the beginning. So this is for the live version. Obviously, if you're watching the recording, you missed out on the prizes, but you're still going to get all the great information. So I want you to open up your chat, those of you who are on live. And if you can just post in the chat what your favorite oil is so far. That's it. So the winner, and I will draw all the winners at random later. I'll go back through the chat, and I am going to give the first winner a bottle of tangerine oil. It's my favorite to drink, to put into smoothies. I love to diffuse it. Tangerine is an awesome citrus oil, and that one is going to be one of your favorites if you have not used it yet. So I am going to do that first off. So thanks for being here on time, and we're going to keep going. You can type that in, no rush or anything. I'm not going to draw them as we go since we are recording also. So we're going to jump right into what kinds of education and resources you have available. If you go just to doterra.com, there's a place that says discover, and that's a really good place to start. It's where you can discover all kinds of solutions for different lifestyle and issues with your health and eating right, mood management, those types of things. You can see those different categories. There's also a place under that where you can click on body system. So if you know you're really working on your digestive system or your nervous system with what you've got going on with your health, you can click on that. There's articles. There's all kinds of good information about which oils are best for you. doTERRA also, oh, and my computer thinks I spelled it wrong, so it's showing me the little red line. Sorry, I'm an editor too, so I can't help seeing those things, and it drives me crazy. Sorry about that. But we also have the Living magazine that comes out quarterly. You can order one of those on your order, and that has lots of recipes and really interesting articles and fun stuff too. The website's a great resource. doTERRA is on all the social media. doTERRA also has ebooks. So if you look up doTERRA ebooks, there are ebooks on so many different topics, and they all have great recipes and things in them. You can just even Google that, doTERRA ebooks. It'll take you right to the part of the website, or at doterra.com, you can use the search feature and look for ebooks. doTERRA has a podcast on essential oil usage. They're on YouTube, lots of great tutorials and videos. And we even have teachable courses from doTERRA now. Some of them are free, some of them you have to pay for, but those are all such great resources. And it kind of depends on how you like to learn. So think about for yourself, how do you like to learn about other things? Do you like listening to podcasts? Maybe you have a commute when you go to work. Do you like watching videos on YouTube? Are you likely to finish a course if you get a course on something like a teachable platform? Do you love to scroll social media every day, or do you hate social media and you really just want a paper magazine to look at? So some of this is just going to depend on your learning style, but I love that we have so many of these things available on different platforms. So you'll find things like creative uses for the oils, DIY recipes. If you love the science and research, you can dig into that. And again, a lot of that just straight on doTERRA's website. There's a ton of information there. So definitely utilize that. One part of the website I would like to point out is called Source to You. It's actually sourcetoyou.com. It's its own URL. And so it's sometimes people don't realize it's also linked to the doTERRA site, but it's kind of hidden. So sourcetoyou.com is a really great resource, especially if you like learning about where the oils come from and you like the science part of it. So if you click on the doTERRA difference, you'll see all kinds of information about the science and what goes into making sure the oils are the purest in the world. There's sourcing stories, which are heartwarming, and you might need some tissues for some of those, but just how the oils and the way that we source them are impacting the lives of the farmers and distillers all over the world. I love that part of what doTERRA does. So this is a great resource as well. And then you will see a section where under quality, you can actually find test results for the GCMS part of our testing. Now our oils go through lots of different kinds of tests, but GCMS is one of them and kind of the most commonly known, and the one that really checks for impurities. And we test every single batch of oil. And if you look at the bottom of the oils, there's oftentimes a batch number. Well, there's always a batch number, but it's kind of hard to read, but you can get a flashlight out and look at that. You can actually type in under your quality ID where it says enter your quality ID. You can type in that number and you can see the testing result for this exact batch of oil. If it's available, it might take a little bit of time for it to be there. So sometimes the oils that were just recently bottled, the tests aren't there yet, but you can go under quality and see past test results for every batch of oil. And they're adding more all the time to that. So that's a really neat thing. doTERRA is super transparent. And I don't know other companies that put all their testing out, and most companies don't test every batch either. They will test now and then. They'll test when they first open up shop. But they're not testing every single batch. And that is super important because a lot can change from year to year with different harvest conditions, or maybe runoff of pesticides into a field that they weren't aware of. And we want to make sure none of that is getting into our product. So that's a great resource for you. Some other resources, there's some great books. Modern Essentials, The Essential Life are two of our top ones. If you have pets, there's one called Spoil Your Pet. That's actually also an app that you can get if you'd rather the app over the book. There are Facebook groups for our team. We have a group called Drop by Drop. I have a little screenshot of that. And that's the group where you can plug into and ask oil questions. You can read other people's responses, what's worked for them. You can see what has been posted recently for recipes or other people's questions or top usage and all kinds of things. It's a great place to ask questions, but you can also just use the little magnifying glass search function. And if you have something like you want to type in the word cough, you can see all of the past discussions we've had on coughs and different types of coughs and different oils that have worked for different types of coughs and that kind of thing. We cannot mention drug names in that group, and we cannot mention actual disease diagnoses names. So we do have to kind of talk in code, unfortunately, but we work it out. You can mention symptoms. If you have a disease diagnosis, instead of saying the name of the disease, we recommend you just tell us some of your symptoms or kind of what kind of support your body needs. And so the admins will reach out to you if you try to post a question that mentions a pharmaceutical or a diagnosis disease name type thing. Then we'll say, hey, can you just reword this? It's really no big deal. We'll even help you to know how to reword it so you can get your post approved in there and you'll get the hang of it over time. But it's a great resource. Of course, in your area, there might be local classes you can plug into. We have online classes, and I'm actually excited to revamp my Zoom classes. I got a little tired of Zoom in 2020, I'll be honest, and I've been excited to do more in-person classes again. But I also recognize we can kind of do a hybrid, and people all over, I'm seeing people from North Carolina, Tennessee, Florida, all over the country are wanting this type of information at their fingertips where it's easily accessible no matter where you are. And also I know it's easy to not have to leave your home. So I am totally good with that. If people actually are going to show up and want this, I love doing this too, because I don't have to leave my home either. And so we'll have that regularly. We do also have things on YouTube. There's lots of stuff on YouTube. I have my own YouTube channel. Like this class will go up on YouTube when I'm done. And we have some teachable courses too within different parts of our team. But again, doTERRA has teachable courses. So Empowered Life series is great from doTERRA. Those are real tiny down at the bottom, but you can maybe see the screen that the Essential Oil Solutions podcast, Living Magazine, again, the doTERRA app. The shop app is really easy for online ordering. If you haven't gotten that yet, we do have a doTERRA shop app. You won't have access to all of those great like science and blog articles and DIY recipes and things that you have on the website, but just for doing your orders, it's really handy to have that shop app. And then, yes, we do recommend getting like an essential oil reference guide or something like that. So my YouTube channel, I just saw that question pop up. I believe it's just Crystal Garvin. It used to be Clearly Essential, and I kind of went through a branding change. So I think you can just find it by searching Crystal Garvin, but I'll look it up and make sure I get you the right one. That's really bad that I don't know, but I was clearly essential for a long time. And there was actually a legal issue with that name being used by someone else and blah, blah, blah. So as my business grew, I realized I was going to have to change the name. So I think it's just Crystal Garvin, and I am actually on it right now. My channel, yeah, if you just search Crystal Garvin, it should come up. So check for that. Let me know if you can find it easily. If not, I'll get you a direct URL and put it in the chat. So tools and accessories are available from doTERRA. And you can see some at the bottom. We have roller balls. Like, that's a newer thing that maybe if you've been around for a while, you didn't realize we do have empty roller balls now. We have dryer balls on the website. We have things like the foaming hand soap dispenser. So check doTERRA's accessories. They're always adding more stuff. Also Aroma Tools and Oil Life. Those are great websites, aromatools.com, oillife.com. You can see some pictures of things they have, different types of tools and reference books and resources, and diffuser jewelry. I love diffuser jewelry personally. Amazon also has good stuff, but just be careful on Amazon. Make sure that you are reading the reviews. I actually prefer local artisans, so I would check Etsy as well. And I love to get diffuser jewelry from people who make that kind of thing locally. I actually have, like, these are the earrings that I have on are wood, and wood diffuses oil really well. And then I have this cute little necklace that's like a tiny little pottery vase, and it's unglazed on the inside, so it diffuses the oil really well. I just put a drop of oil in there, and it smells for like a week. I can smell that oil. So it's really a neat thing too, to have just a connection with people who make that kind of stuff. So I love oil accessories, and there are a lot of different options. Something else you might not know about, if you are a newer member, we have a wellness education series. It is a series of 8 different classes. You can see the link there. It's that's the bit.ly. I'm also going to put the actual direct Vimeo showcase right in the chat, so you can get to that. If you're watching the recording, you can, the bit.ly is a short link. It will redirect you. But if you're live, you can see in, oops, that went to just Christina. Sorry about that. Let me send it to everyone in the meeting. There we go. The link is there, and then the password is there too. The password is wellness 2022. So you'll want to make sure you have that password to get in there. But this is a series of classes. There actually is one called I Got My Oils Now What. The first one, she goes over different things from what I'm covering. I wanted to make sure it was different enough so it wouldn't be too repetitive. We also have one just on our skincare options, oils that are great for the skin, and our different skincare options we have. We've got one all about our nutritional supplements and which ones might be right for you. We have one specifically dedicated to women's hormonal balance, because we know that's a hot topic. So there's 8 different topics in there, oils for every age. So that goes all the way from babies all the way through older age, senior citizens kind of things, so that everybody can kind of benefit from that one. So there's 8 different topics. And the great thing is it will instruct you during each video. There's a Google form you can fill out. There's a keyword, so you have to listen for that. You go in, type in the keyword just to prove that you watched the class. And then once you've completed all 8, you will get a gift from the person who introduced you to doTERRA. So I'm not going to say what that is, because it's different for each person. It might even be different for you. It's different for each wellness advocate, what they offer. But you just want to know that that's something we keep track of. When you've completed all 8, then you will get that gift. So it's a great information, though. We have some excellent teachers for each of those classes, and that in itself is really a gift. So even if you're not interested in all of them, go check it out, see which ones you want to watch right away. And over time, you might complete all of them and see that you have earned a gift. Another thing that we offer on demand is an Essential Oils Made Easy class, which is kind of your Oils 101. So if you haven't done that yet, definitely tune into that. It will give you all the basics of the cool things about oils and the top 3 ways to use oils, and just some of the stuff I don't have time to go over tonight that you need to know if you're new to oils. I'll put that link right in the chat as well. And it also has Business Made Easy on the same link, so you can just click on the class that you're interested in. But if it does kind of pique your interest a little, you might want to check out the Business Made Easy as well. No one will know if you watched it or not, but if you then are interested in more, you can always let one of us know, or the person who introduced you to doTERRA. So those are classes I wanted to make sure you are aware of that are open to everyone on our team. And we rotate teachers to keep things fresh. We're in process of kind of updating some of the classes in the 8-week series because we've got some new products that have come out, and we've got new things coming like the sun care line coming out in June that we're excited to add to the skincare class. So we will be updating those over time as well. So you can make sure that they're all up to date. All right, so let's get into some essential oils tips and tricks. So just a few basic things that we don't always have time to cover in a 101 class. Consistency is really important over quantity when you're dealing with essential oils. A little bit goes a long way, and you want to use the oils consistently. So if you are dealing with something that's chronic, that you've had for a long time, you are going to want to use those oils probably 3 or 4 times a day. Consistency is really important. If you're dealing with something acute, like an injury or a sudden illness that has come on, you might need to use those oils every 30 or 60 minutes. And I know that sounds like a lot, but when you're talking about rolling a roller bottle over your throat or on the bottoms of your feet, or taking an On Guard Plus soft gel or something to get those oils helping your body to fight every hour or two internally, or every half an hour to an hour externally, topically, it's really important then diffusing around the clock because it's not the same as with some medicines and things. And even with medicines, but you might have to wait 4 hours or something. You can take one and then you don't take one for 4 hours or 12 hours or whatever the case might be with a medicine. It's not like that with oils. The oils do not build up in your system. Your body metabolizes them all out within an hour or two, depending on the oil itself. So you don't have to worry about it building up in your system, or you're not going to develop resistance to it or addiction to it or anything like that. But when you're dealing with something acute that you need to heal quickly because it came on quickly and you're needing to get over it, consistency is really important. So you don't want to use 10 drops all at once and think you're good for the day. You would be better off using those drops 1 every hour for 10 hours. So hopefully that makes sense, but that's just how oils work because they do metabolize out of your body. Your body's very efficient in using the essential oils. It recognizes them as bioidentical and it uses everything it needs from the oil efficiently and metabolizes it out. You're going to need to use it consistently and not just once a week or even once a day when you're dealing with an acute issue. So you also want to hook your oil usage to a habit if you can. So if you know that you're always going to, wash your face at night, maybe have an oil that you want to put under your tongue right there by your face wash. If you know that you need to diffuse certain oils every night, rather than keeping them in a drawer, you're going to want to have a little place on your nightstand, and maybe a cute little stand or something will help you, especially if you are a little OCD, that you don't like oils just cluttering every surface of your home. Then you might want to invest in some stands, some holders, some things like that that look nice, but will keep those oils out where you're actually going to use them. Because location is not just about real estate. It's also about where you keep your oils. You're not very likely to use them if you have to dig through a drawer or open a box that's only in one room of your house every time you want to go to use oils. So if you keep it where you brush your teeth or where you fill up your water bottle or whatever it is, you'll make that more of a habit. And slow and steady wins the race. You're going to dig into that oil usage resource book or those websites or apps or things and get really overwhelmed. And everyone does. It's okay, but just really start slowly. Maybe start with your top 3 health issues. That's usually what we recommend. Or start with a few oils that you want to get really proficient at using and feel confident about using, rather than trying to incorporate 25 oils into your life on day 1, or address the needs of yourself, your family members, and all of your neighbors and extended relatives. Start small, and that will really help you get to where you can use the oils regularly. And then keep asking questions. Do not feel like you're bothering the person who introduced you to oils. That is what we're here for. We expect that, especially when you're new. We expect that you're going to have a lot of questions, and that's a good sign to us because we know, hey, you're actually using those oils and you have questions. That's great. I love to answer those. You also do, of course, not want to depend on your wellness advocate to be available at 2 a.m. Like an on-call doctor or something. So you do want to get more resourceful and use your book, know how to look things up, but that'll come with time. At the beginning, especially that first month to 3 months, we expect a lot of questions. And we'll also point out, hey, if you look up in your Modern Essentials book, you'll also see a recipe for that. And so we'll kind of gently redirect you as well so that you are using your other resources that are available. And then another tip you could just diffuse something new every day. Just, whatever it is that you feel like, hey, I haven't really used this oil, but I like how it smells out of the bottle, or maybe I'll combine it with this other oil. I've never, done mint and citrus together. I wonder how that would be. Hold them up next to your face, see how they smell together. If you wanted a little more citrusy, do twice as much citrus as peppermint, for example, but try something new every day. And there are endless diffuser recipes online. That is something that's easy to find. So look some of those up, try out some new combinations. That's a really fun and easy way to start using the oils, especially if you're not as comfortable yet using them internally or topically, but you want to diffuse them. Maybe you got into oils to replace the toxic air fresheners and candles and other scents and fragrances in your home. Yeah, just diffuse something different every day. So on that note, another door prize. I would love for you to chat in. What is your current favorite diffuser combo? Not necessarily all-time favorite, but I know with different seasons, we all have different diffuser recipes that we like, or maybe it's just one oil you're really loving diffusing right now. Or if you have a combination, chat that in, type in what it is. If you know the number of drops, awesome, put that in. If you're not sure, just put the oils that you love to diffuse. And the winner for that is going to get a bottle of Citrus Bloom, one of my favorites to diffuse in the spring. I love my Citrus Bloom. I also wear it a lot in the spring. So anything you like diffusing currently, go ahead and type that in and we'll keep going here. So some safety notes, when you're applying topically, you might want to test for sensitivity in an inconspicuous area. And usually if there is sensitivity, it does not mean that you're allergic. It means that your body's saying, hey, I'm having a hard time absorbing this, because essential oils are really, really potent and hard to absorb for our skin. So it might mean that you just need more carrier oil, but you can test for that on the inside of your arm, for example, just to make sure you're not too sensitive. Especially if you have really sensitive skin or you have a lot of allergies to plants, you can start really small with that before you start slathering it all over your wrists and behind your neck. You can test for sensitivity. We do recommend that you dilute. It does increase absorption. It decreases skin sensitivity. It makes your oil last longer. It's never ever wrong to dilute. It's not actually going to dilute the effectiveness of the oil. It's just going to help you spread that oil over a larger area. If you put a straight drop of oil onto your skin, a lot of it's going to flash off. It's not going to absorb into your skin. It will just evaporate. If you combine it with a carrier oil, it goes deeper into your tissue. So you might have learned that in your 101 class, but I like to reiterate it. Also, water intensifies oils. So if you put on some intense oils, maybe even just deep blue or something like oregano, and then you get into a hot shower, it's going to intensify that oil. And you might even feel like, I think it's burning me. So just know that some people love that effect right after a shower to put on the deep blue rub, for example, because it's really intensely penetrating deep into the skin, but you might need that if you have an injury or really sore muscles or something. But just know water intensifies oils. So for example, if you happen to get an oil in your eye, if you touch your eyes and you have essential oils on your fingers, do not try to flush that out with water. That might be what your common sense tells you because it works with other things. It doesn't work with essential oils. It makes it worse. You need to flush it out with your carrier oil, just like you would on your skin. If you have a little bit of sensitivity on your skin to an essential oil, you're going to use carrier oil like our fractionated coconut oil, not water. You can put that carrier oil straight in your eye and it will flush it out. If nothing else, you could use the olive oil in your kitchen cabinet, whatever kind of healthy plant-based oil you have on hand. If you like to use other carrier oils like grapeseed or jojoba, that's fine. Just use oil to flush it out. I've heard milk also works. If you really don't have any healthy oil in your kitchen, but you've got some milk, you could do that, just not with water. Okay, so hope that helps someone avoid. I don't know why it seems like all tried and true long-term oil users have to have some kind of story about how they used an oil incorrectly or too much of it, or they got it in their eye and forgot and tried to flush it out with the wrong thing. We all have funny stories. So, and we're all here to tell about it. None of us died from using essential oils incorrectly or too much of them, right? So that's the good news about that. But yes, use carrier oil to flush it from your eyes. And then just note, because we are in spring, we're going into sunnier season here. And some of you are in Florida where it's sunny pretty much year round. So citrus oils are photosensitive. That just means that a lot of the citrus oils come from the rind of the fruit. and the rind pulls in extra sunlight to make the fruit ripen. And so that's where the essential oils come from. And it actually means when you put that essential oil on your skin, if you go into direct sunlight and you expose that area of your skin to direct sunlight within 12 hours, approximately, you will burn more quickly. And it can be a very, very, very bad burn when you have direct sunlight on an area of your skin where citrus oil was applied. So you can put those oils on the bottoms of your feet. You can put them on your back or somewhere that's not going to be exposed to sunlight. But if you're in your swimsuit, I would just recommend not using those oils for several hours before you're going into the sun, not topically at least. You can use them internally. You can diffuse them all you want. It's just the areas where you put the oils on your skin, if they're exposed to direct sunlight, really it's 6 to 8 hours, but we say 12 to just err on the safe side. So if you're used to putting, I know a friend of mine, she was used to putting lime and bergamot oils on her chest every day because it really helped lift her mood. And it was helping with some thyroid issues and things. And she just kind of didn't think about it and got a really bad burn on her chest because she was going to the pool that day. So just be really careful with citrus oils as we're going into spring and summer here. And you'll see there's some recommended ideal amounts of oils for children and adults. Internal usage in 24 hours, anywhere from 12 to 24 drops. There is a range, partly because not every oil is the same, but also because not every adult is the same size. For children, 3 to 12 drops internally. Orally, that means under the tongue. You can do 4 to 18 drops. It's not really recommended for small children to do under the tongue or sublingually. Dermal, so topically, 12 to 36 drops in a 24-hour period for an adult, 3 to 12 for a child. I know I've exceeded this at times, but it is kind of a good rule of thumb for people who want those recommendations, want to know exactly what is recommended safe. And when we think about it, how much we dilute the oils for topical use, most of us don't get anywhere near those full amount of drops of 36 drops in 24 hours. So you're safe. Even taking the soft gels that doTERRA has for internal usage, most of those have 2 or 3 drops in them. So to take, 24 drops, I might do that when I'm dealing with an acute illness that has come on. I've never had any issues taking even more than that, but that's just kind of the erring on the side of caution, general guidelines for those who really want to be on the safe side. All right, so let's jump into this link I'm going to share with you. It is doTERRA's Live Guide. This is really, really handy for new members when you are first starting out using oils. So I'm going to type that in. If you just Google, if you're watching the recording, you can Google doTERRA Live Guide. It's media.doterra.com, and then there's a slash and a bunch of things after it, but it should be the Live Guide 2022 PDF. If you look at that part at the end, it's Live Guide 2022. This is our newest version. And we're going to go through some things here. I pulled out some screenshots from it so we can go through some parts of it, but you'll want to have that PDF version. You can download it, you can bookmark it in your browser so that you can refer back to it. You can print it out if you want to. We can actually order these brochures already printed from doTERRA, however you want to use it. But I love it because it really helps you tap into a wellness lifestyle. So this kind of stair-step illustration shows how wellness is a combination of both lifestyle choices, incorporating the essential oils, taking care of ourselves from the inside out, and also proactive medical care when needed. So we'll go through each of these levels of the kind of stair steps from the bottom up, but this image is a great starting point. And this actually, because of this recommendation from our chief medical officer of which products are good to use daily, this is what he recommended. It's known as the Daily Habits Kit. Some of you might have even enrolled with the Daily Habits Kit. This encompasses everything that's in that kit. It is also available on loyalty rewards order, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But yeah, some of you might have started this as your enrollment kit. And so that's what each of these products is featured as really great starting points for daily use and how they fit into the different categories. So that's available in the Live Guide. And so it goes through, I'm not going to read all of this to you. I just kind of wanted to give you a snapshot of how doTERRA looks at optimal nutrition, optimal health and optimal wellness. So starting out with daily nutrition, our Lifelong Vitality Pack, I'll talk about more about that a little bit more later. We also have things like greens supplements. So you're getting some really responsibly sourced superfoods, essential nutrients, dietary fiber. We have a separate fiber supplement. We've got digestive enzymes, probiotics, children's vitamins, things like that. And inside this brochure, there are some basic tips about eating healthy. There's some recipes for a green smoothie, a produce wash recipe, and some cinnamon oatmeal, and then just adding oils to water so you can drink them. Just make sure you're using glass or stainless steel or ceramic, something like that, not plastic, definitely not styrofoam. The chemicals from those will leach into your water. So some great oils that you could drink. Tangerine, I mentioned that earlier. I love that. Lemon, grapefruit. Some people really like a little bit of cinnamon type spice in there, a little bit of cassia. Wild orange, lime, grapefruit, all great for adding to different kinds of drinks, smoothies. I know Slim and Sassy is popular. On Guard is popular. You can add 1 or 2 drops of peppermint or ginger or On Guard even to hot water to have kind of an oil tea without even having a tea bag, or you could have a tea bag in there and just add oils on top of it for the extra benefits and flavor. So just some simple ways to add oils into your daily nutrition. And then movement and metabolism is really important. So we have protein. We have a vegan one for those who want to stay away from the whey. So there's different options there. There's a recipe there for chocolate peppermint protein shake, berry orange protein smoothie. I know the Green Goddess smoothie is really popular, and Brianne, who's on, has perfected that. It's so yummy. And she likes to add On Guard or Slim and Sassy to that. And you can add different things like our fiber, our greens to that as well. And the vegan protein works really well in that one. So there's recipes here for a healthy weight plan, that type of thing, kind of breaks it down: breakfast, lunch, dinner. And then for your movement, you're going to want to incorporate things like Deep Blue Rub or the Deep Blue Stick with Copaiba. Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex, great for aches and pains, stiffness in joints, things like that. Mito 2 Max is a wonderful energy supplement. It increases your mitochondrial energy and stamina. So at the cellular level, you are supporting your energy without stimulants like caffeine, and it also promotes healthy circulation. Turmeric dual chambers capsules. No one else does this. We have the essential oil and the powder form of turmeric in the same capsule. And so it's double encapsulated. And this is really, really great for inflammatory issues in the body. Copaiba soft gels, also great for pain, inflammatory issues, healthy cardiovascular system, as well as helping with nervous system and issues like with sleep or anxious feelings. So those are all great options for helping you to boost your metabolism and also your movement, just to where you are getting more movement incorporated in your life. The next section is resting and managing stress. A lot of people start with oils because they know they need better sleep, or they know they're not handling stress well. So we have the adaptive system that is really meant to help people who deal with anxious feelings a lot, who kind of live in that anxious state. There's a recipe in there for bath salts. I love bath salts. There's ways to prioritize your rest, and how Serenity, lavender, Serenity soft gels, which have floral extracts, lavender oil, and L-theanine, which comes from green tea. Of course, there's no stimulant or caffeine aspect to that, but L-theanine is used really widely in Asia for helping combat sleep and anxiety issues. So it is incorporated in the soft gels. Peace, cedarwood, all different options that are fantastic for managing stress. Citrus Bliss is a wonderful mood lifter. Black spruce is great for diffusing and having kind of that steady grounding feeling in your environment. Balance is made up of lots of different wood oils and is really grounding as well. That's my stress oil personally. I love Balance. I love Serenity for sleep, but I love Balance for stress. I combine both of them together in really stressful seasons, and I add some Copaiba in there too. So, and Cheer is a great one for boosting your mood as well. And I know Brianne, again, I'll call her out. She just showed me recently the combination of Cheer and lavender is amazing. And I never would have put those together, but Cheer and lavender in the diffuser or worn as a perfume is amazing. So we're going to do another prize. Chat in your favorite oil for rest or for managing stress, so helping with either sleep or stress issues. And I'm actually going to give away a bottle of Balance for that. So chat that in, and we'll keep going here. So we're going to talk about reducing toxins. We have ways to do that in your home environment with clean products for cleaning your home, doing your laundry, brushing your teeth, all kinds of things. You can experience clean hair care, skincare, all kinds of things through doTERRA. But doTERRA also knows there's those of us who like to DIY it, and we like to make some of those things. So there's recipes all over doTERRA's blog for making your own versions if you would rather. But we also know there's consumers who just want it made and want to purchase it and know that they're getting toxin-free products. We also have a 30-day cleanse, which is awesome for reducing toxins and flushing them out of your body internally. And there's a little QR code there if you want to download the 30-day cleanse program. It's kind of minuscule off to the side there as well, but it doesn't tell you exactly how much of everything to take. It just shows you what you need for a cleanse. We typically, as a team, do a team-wide cleanse in January, and sometimes we do it again in July. I usually do it twice a year, so a summer cleanse and a New Year cleanse, and that's nice because it gives you that accountability. Usually a lot of that takes place on Facebook, so if you're not on social media, you could still do that along with us, just knowing there's a group of us doing that together. That was really nice for the interactive piece of that as well. All right, so reducing toxic load is important. Self-care, so just taking care again of your environment. I love Correctex, that's on here. I use that. Like if you've ever seen my big fat Greek wedding, Correctex is my Windex. I use that for everything. I use it under my eyes for puffiness and dark circles. I use it on every kind of cut, scrape, bruise, whatever is going on with skin. I use it as an acne spot treatment. I love that Correctex. I think I have one in every bathroom and one in the kitchen and one in my purse and at any given time. So that's a great self-care and ointment that is non-petroleum based. The On Guard soft gels, I mentioned those earlier. I love having those on hand for healthy immune function. And then just some, basic things like the hair care, skincare options that I mentioned. I would have to say my favorites in these areas, I love the toothpaste and mouthwash, but the newer shampoo and conditioner is absolutely amazing. My hair feels fantastic with those and doesn't get bogged down and greasy and have a bunch of residue buildup. I also love the Yarrow Palm oil for skin. I put that all over my face every night. So I use the skincare, I use all of it. Everything on this I use all the time, but that's a few of the things I'll just mention so I don't go on and on. There's a whole class, like I said, on skincare if that's something that you're interested in. So then you can kind of customize your wellness plan after you figure out, okay, what are my top priorities here? Maybe you've already done a lot to clean your home out of the toxins in the environment around you. Maybe you're really good about doing regular internal detoxes with clean food and things like that. But you really have kind of thought through, well, I'm not doing great in resting and managing stress. I'm not doing great in the sleep department. So let's focus there first. Maybe, I'd like to get more movement and boost my metabolism. So you can kind of decide, okay, what is most important for me? And then in that brochure, there's a wellness consult. You can do this for yourself. But I love for people to write down the 3 reasons that you got the oils that you did. What are 3 reasons you got the oils that you chose to start with? And then open up this wellness consult and kind of create a list of how you're going to incorporate this into your life, morning, afternoon, evening. What are some habits that you can help hook these things to? What other things can you do to support your goals? Maybe it's drinking more water, exercising a certain number of minutes a day, a certain number of times a week. So it's not just about oils and supplements, but that's part of it. So toward reaching your optimal wellness goals. And then you could screenshot this, take a picture of it, whatever, and send it to the person who introduced you to oils and say, hey, I just wanted you to know I worked through this and I'd love for you to keep me accountable. We love to do that kind of thing. Check in with you every week or two and say, hey, how are you doing taking that digestive supplement you started? You said you really needed probiotics, and how's that going? How are you feeling? Or you said you needed some help with sleeping better. How's the sleep going for you? How are you doing using those oils at night? So we love to hear from you in those ways. All right, then making wellness complete. We really love our Lifelong Vitality program. This it makes taking the first step on the path toward lifetime wellness convenient. It's affordable as well. It incorporates so many essential nutrients, and it can really be paired well with the oils and things. So you can incorporate all of this into your life. It takes the guesswork out of which oils are good to take every day because those are already built in. So these are food-based, herb-based, and essential oil-based supplements meant to help you with vitality and energy, and also help clear up brain fog issues. The alpha CRS is amazing for that. We like to joke that CRS stands for can't remember stuff, and that this will help you with that if that's an issue for you. Also helps protect your cells from free radicals, which can damage your cellular DNA. Mitochondria, again, really important for cellular energy. So energy without the outside stimulants like caffeine. The Z Omega has pure essential fatty acids, fish oil, as well as many other nutrients and fatty substances that help support your heart, your circulation, your brain, your joints, cellular health. I mean, even most doctors who specialize in joints now will tell you fish oil is a must. Also, heart doctors. So you're getting all of those benefits. And then the Microplex VMZ, this is a balanced formula of vitamins, minerals, very bioavailable. So your body can actually absorb those. And it's not just going through your body, it's carefully formulated for helping you with getting those micronutrients, and even some foods that you probably don't eat every day, like kale and broccoli and other superfood type things, dandelion, I can't even remember all, but it supports energy and immune function. So LLV is amazing. And these supplements, because they are food, herb, and essential oil based, and they do absorb well, it's really a great part of your daily nutrition. You can start slowly, start with a quarter of a dose or half a dose for a few days, just to kind of build up that nutritional support in your body, see where you feel really good. A full dose is 2 of each of those taken twice daily. So that would be like breakfast and lunch, taking 2 of each of those. But for some people, they find, I feel really good taking 2 or 3 instead of 4 a day, or you need to start slowly, no matter what, though, because it can be a lot for your body to handle if you've not been taking any kind of supplements, and then you start full force with the full dose. It could kind of upset your stomach. So let your body get used to that, and take those at the same time every day. So again, it creates that habit, that ritual. And you might want to have some kind of tray where you keep them out, or at least in a cupboard that you get into regularly, so that you're not leaving them high up, hidden away in a cupboard, that kind of thing. And just keep at it. The longer you take it, the more you will experience those benefits. And I always notice, and this is like a broken record for me, that you might not think it's doing a lot because it's so gradual. But then if you go off the LLV after you've been taking it for a few months, you will notice very quickly that you're feeling sluggish, you're not sleeping as well, your immune system is more run down. Like, all those benefits build up slowly. And if you go cold turkey, cut off, well, I don't know if that's really helping that much. I'm just going to let myself not order it this month or whatever. I hear that all the time. Like, I just don't feel as good. In general, like, you may not have realized how good you were feeling until you're not feeling that good anymore. So make it a lifestyle. You will not regret it. And the smartest way to buy that is on our monthly order. If you're getting supplements, you can also add up to 3 additional supplements at greatly reduced prices. It's usually about 50% off some of our other top supplements. So the Deep Blue polyphenols, like I mentioned, the Terrazyme amazing digestive and metabolism complex, the probiotics. So there's different things you can get at a great discount. And you can watch a little video on how to create a monthly LRP order at that QR code. I will go into a little bit of detail. Whoops, I actually forgot I was going to do another door prize there first. So, all right, if you take LLV, type in for everyone, what is your favorite benefit or a difference that you have noticed? And I know a lot of you aren't taking LLV yet. So if you're not taking LLV yet, tell us which benefit you would love to experience. And I am going to give somebody a bottle of Copaiba soft gel. So Copaiba, a great, again, for stress, for anxiety, for sleep, for pain. It's anti-inflammatory. So very multi-purpose supplement there. And it's put into a soft gel conveniently. It's the Copaiba oil put into a soft gel. Let me see how many people there are on here. Okay, good. All right. So which benefit you would love to experience from LLV if you're not using it yet? Whoops, I just drew a line. How do I undo that? I did not mean to do that. Can I just do undo? It's on my screen and that's going to drive me crazy. Let's see if I can undo the typing or undo the notation thing there. How did I even do that? Okay, if you know how to do that quickly, tell me. I'm just going to keep going.
It's under annotate.
Yeah, I don't see that though.
All right, go to view options on the top.
Uh-huh.
Go to annotate. You're looking for the word annotate.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. But I don't
It's on,
see annotate.
you don't see
It's all
it?
right. It's not under view or edit. It must be on another. I
It's
think
under
it's
view
hidden.
options in the middle.
Do you see at the top where it says you are viewing in like a green little bar all the way
Yeah.
at the top of the screen?
Hmm.
Next to it, it says view options and a drop down menu. Find
Yeah.
view options at the top of the screen.
Yeah, I should show you my whole screen. It's all right. It's gonna just delay me more. I'll see if I can keep going and find it. So, okay, LRP, loyalty rewards. If you like free products, you're gonna want to get on the loyalty rewards. That is going to help you to order your products monthly, like your supplements and things, and you're gonna get points back. So that's the greatest benefit of the loyalty rewards, that you are ordering regularly and you're being rewarded for that. It's similar to a frequent flyer program. You can choose different products that you're getting every month, but you don't have to get the same things every month. That is something that people get confused about. So just so you know, you can change what you're getting every single month. You do not have to get the same things. You can go in there, you will have to remember that you are going to need to change that. So if you set up your LRP for like the 10th of the month or something, have a reminder in your phone on the 9th so that you remember by midnight on that day of the month, you need to go in and change it so that you're not getting the same exact thing. Or every time you process your monthly order, you can just go in and change it right then. So you don't have to think about it for the next month, so that you'll know this is what I'm getting next month and you don't have to think about it again. So it is a monthly order, but you can change what you're ordering every month. You can cancel at any time, although you want to make sure you're not losing any points. If you do that, you can keep your product credits just by placing an order of one item a month. One PV or one item per month will get you to be able to at least save your points so you don't lose out. So don't think that you have to order a minimum amount. I just want to make sure that you're really clear with that, so that you don't think that you have to order, $50 or $100 a month or whatever. You do not have to. There are different rewards at different levels. So you will miss out on some things if you don't order that much, but that's okay. If you just know that you can't one month for budgetary reasons or because you just don't need those products, that's okay. If you just want to order one thing, a bottle of lemon or something, you can do that one month, and then you can get back on track with, ordering your vitamins and everything else the next month. So as you build up time, so months 1 to 3, you're earning 10% back on the actual products. So 10% will translate into points for you. And then you bump up 5% every 3 months until you max out at 30%. So you will always keep that percentage that you're at. So if you, month 9 or something, you realize, well, I'm not going to order as much. So if you order less than 50 PV, you won't accrue more points, but you won't lose points and you won't go backward in your percentage, which is really great and generous of the company. So you do want to spend a 100 PV if you want to be eligible to earn commission, if you are a wellness advocate. And you want to spend 125 PV if you want to get a free product every month. So that is really nice. Here's another chart that kind of breaks it down, some of the benefits. So you are getting 25% off just by having a wholesale account. And if that is all that you want out of it, that is completely fine. You can just order now and then. You just order, at least once a year, because you have a yearly renewal, which I'll remind you about in a minute, and you get 25% off. So that is a great benefit. But if you're on loyalty rewards, you get that. Plus you get 10 to 30% back in free product credits, additional discounts on popular products. You receive the free product of the month if you order at least 125 by the 15th of the month. And you can get back the cost of shipping, that did change. Actually, that should change on this chart. I didn't notice that when I was looking at this earlier, but if you order 100 PV, you will get free shipping if you're on a monthly order. So on your LRP, you'll see it switch to free shipping when you get to 100 PV, which is your product value. And it's roughly the same as your wholesale value. So that's a great benefit. If you're not ordering 100, you will at least get free product credits on your shipping, not the full amount of your shipping. Is it 4 or 5 a month? It just switched recently. What are you getting? Like 5 points, I think, a month. If you are less than 100, you get 5 points a month. So that just switched recently. So that's just some of the kind of basics on that. I know it's a lot of numbers and things, but you will see it adding up in your cart as you see points available that you can redeem for free products. It makes a lot of sense as you keep going. And if you have questions about this, chat it in if it's not clear, or ask the person who invited you. Something else you want to pay attention to every single month is the monthly promos. So like this month, we have 10% off TerraShield. So, and it's usually seasonally a really great thing for whatever is happening. So, getting ready for bug season, that's our great bug repellent. You also can get a free product of the month. It's different every month. They announce it on the 1st. So with 125 ordered by the 15th, you get free citronella, another great one for keeping the bugs away. We had some new rollers that came out, so that was announced. We have some limited time offers for Mother's Day this month. So we have some host rewards as well. So for people who are hosting classes and enrolling new people, you could earn free products. So just want to pay attention to those monthly promotions. We also have what we kind of sometimes like secret deals. So these are LRP kits. And they're not really secret, they're not really hidden, but they're not also promoted heavily because it's only for people who are on LRP, who are on that monthly order. But these are some of the kits that are available. Calm and Harmony, Immune Support, Daily Habits Kit, which I mentioned earlier, includes all those things that Dr. Hill says we should be on daily for optimal health. There's also Seasonal Threats Kit, really good for this time of year. I know some of us are needing that right now, especially down south. Digestion Kit, Relief and Revive Kit. So these are all 135 to 150-ish, and they are great kits that give you a bigger discount. So beyond your 25% off, you're getting these discounts. So that's some good things to know about your LRP kits. Okay, I just found that. That was with Zoom, not with PowerPoint. That was my problem, you guys. I was looking at the PowerPoint and not the view under PowerPoint, not Zoom. Okay, so I just realized what you meant. See, it just takes me a while sometimes for things to click. Okay. Then some other benefits, there are these LRP kits as well. It's actually called our wellness program kits. And so these are different areas. I know this is tiny. I'll show you these a little bit bigger, but I'll go through them quickly. So how this works though, is you are getting 3 months worth of products centered around a particular health issue, like digestion or respiratory health or sleep. And so it'll give you a large sampling of products spread out over 3 months to help you target those specific health issues. And then after the 3 months, you can start back over with month 1, or you can cancel, and you just kind of know which ones are your favorite things that helped you the most. But it's about $100 worth of products for $75 a month. So you just put in that wellness kit program in your LRP cart. These are, again, just for people on LRP. And then here are some of the options. So we have the Relief Wellness Kit. So this is really focusing on pain relief, on helping with inflammation, that type of thing. And so these are the kits you get months 1, 2, and 3. And with all of these kits, there are bonus deals that give you an extra 20% off different related products that you might want to add on in your cart. We have the sleep kit. Obviously, that's self-explanatory what that's going to help with. If that is a major issue for you, that affects everything else in your life if you're not getting enough sleep. So I would really recommend that. Respiratory wellness, that's again, maybe something that's great for spring or maybe winter, depending on where you are. Mind and mood, so helping with things like anxious feelings, stress related issues, things like that. So you can look up online if you want to know what's in all of these kits. This is just I'm going to fly through these really quick for the sake of time, but immune system related kits, so the immunity wellness program. And then we have the newest one is the digestive wellness program. So this is really it gives you some fun little extras as well that you can't purchase, like little accessories and fun things, but it's really helping you focus on making it a habit to do the things that are going to support those areas of your health that you need the most. All right, so after 1 year, you are going to need to renew your membership a year after you first enrolled. And every time you renew your doTERRA wholesale account, you get a 15 milliliter of peppermint for free. So you get a 15 ml bottle of peppermint. and your renewal costs $25. The wholesale cost of peppermint is $22. Of course, the retail cost is more than that. So you can see how it's really well worth it. It's basically $3 for your renewal to continue getting 25% off. So you'll get a new bottle of peppermint every single year. And let's do a door prize again. So if you know your renewal month, chat in, what month would that be? What month did you enroll? And I am going to do a bottle of lavender for that prize. Okay. So chat that in if you know what is your renewal month. And a few other things just to make sure that you know, people will say that, oh, the other bottles in the health food store that this other company sells, they're exactly the same as doTERRA's. And you can tell them, you know, that that's not true because doTERRA sources from 43 different countries, 25 of them are third world or developing countries. And we used to have an 84% exclusivity. We are now up to 99% exclusive. That means the farmers where we source our oils, who grow our plants for us, the distillers that distill our oils, they don't work with anybody else. And I'll tell you, the farmers really, they line up around the world to work with doTERRA because they know we pay fairly, we pay on time, and we empower them to own their own farmland. We do not go in and buy their farms from them. We want them to maintain that ownership and the dignity. In many cases, they've been living on that farm for generations, farming that land. We want them to have that ownership. We just teach them better farming practices and we pay them better than they've ever been paid before. And they want to work with doTERRA. So we are now 99% exclusive. So it's 99 point something actually. So you can tell people actually less than 1% of oils that doTERRA has can be available through any other company. And we're very, very close to 100%. So just so you know, also Co-Impact, how we source the oils, we really focus on taking care of people, taking care of plants so that they will be around for generations to come if we're still here, and for the product itself being the purest and best product. Our Healing Hands impact is huge. This is our nonprofit arm. I'm just mentioning this because you'll see this box when you order where you can donate $1 to Healing Hands. You check that box and you are really making a huge, huge difference in the world. You can learn more about it at healinghands.org. It is a tremendous organization. You can see off to the side some of the benefits and the impacts that we've made. We're very, very active in supporting children and helping with anti-human trafficking around the world, with clean water and sanitation. We're there for disaster relief. Healing Hands empowers women. It focuses on global health and self-reliance. I have actually gotten 2 grants from doTERRA from the Healing Hands organization for helping with building projects in Africa, where I'm involved with missions in Tanzania. And so I can personally attest to this. I also went on a Healing Hands trip to Guatemala, and it was amazing. So this is a legit organization. Just checking that box, $1 a month, fund so much and makes such a big difference around the world. All right, so to wrap up here, you might actually be interested in sharing oils. You might realize that as you are going along with your oil journey and using your oils and loving them, you might want to share casually with others in your life, maybe have samples available, maybe host a class. It's really something that makes a difference in the lives of others. It helps others. And so just think about who do you know that could benefit from the essential oils. We really are all about educating. We don't talk about we don't do a lot of like sales training or upselling or any of that. We just want to educate people and let them make their own decision. So you don't have to worry about your friends and family getting high pressure sales. You can make commission to pay for your products if that is something you would like to do. We would love to talk to you about that. You can have flexible hours with unlimited benefits. And like I said earlier, there is that Oils Made Easy and Business Made Easy link that you can go and watch those if you want to learn more about the business. I encourage you to watch that Business Made Easy. Just to give you a glimpse, this is our average monthly incomes at different levels. So we really encourage people to get out of it what you want out of it. If you just want to pay for the cost of your oils so that it zeroes out for your oil habit, your supplements that you need, that is great. The sky is really the limit. If you want to work toward supplementing or replacing income, I never tell anyone it's get rich quick. It's definitely not, but it has completely changed my life from where I was 9 years ago when I first started this journey. It has done things for our family that I had not imagined possible and allowed us to be involved in missions in ways that I only dreamed of. So it is something that is real. I'm a real person telling you this. And we have a lot of other wellness advocates who can attest to that. So just something to consider. I know these times are trying for a lot of people with the economy and different job changes and things. So talk to us. We will not get pressured. We never want to drag anyone in because we don't want to have to drag you along, but we will love to support and encourage you and help you work toward whatever goal you might have if this is something that you want to consider. And I just encourage you to ask yourself, what if it does work? Because people immediately start talking themselves out of it. I'm not like her in this way or that way, or I could never do this, or I tried one of these companies before. Instead of thinking all those things, just let yourself think, what if it does work? What if I could actually have those kind of financial rewards and help others and get that satisfaction, be part of this team? It really can make a positive difference in the world. All right, so now that you know a little bit more, I hope you're ready to maximize your essential oils, have more of that wellness lifestyle incorporated into your daily routine, and also that you've just learned a lot. I hope this was helpful for you. I know it's a lot of information, and I tried to get through it quickly, but for those of you who are live, I would love if you have any questions, I'd love to know what those are. So I'm going to encourage you to unmute and come on camera if you would like to ask questions. I'm going to end the recording here in just a second, but I'll go through the chat and select some winners for our prizes as well. And but those who are watching the recording, I just want to say thank you for joining us in that way too. I know some people just could not be here live, but make sure to reach out to the person who introduced you to oils if you have any remaining questions as well.